In the last 2 months, this Faceless YouTube channel has earned over $155,000 from uploading these simple motivational videos. And if we take a closer look, it was literally started 3 or 4 months ago. The second video that was uploaded has got over 1 million views, which is just insane. In this video, I'm going to show you precisely how you can start your own YouTube automation channel. And you won't need a single employee because I found a few AI tools that will let you automate the entire process. To show you the proof, here's a quick clip of the video I was able to create in 15 minutes. That is better than the video Stoic Bond uploaded, which got over 1 million views.
Find ourselves at the cusp of daily rebirth. It is in these moments that the wisdom of Stoicism can anchor us, not merely to endure the day, but to embrace it with.
There are actually 5 parts to creating the actual video, but I'm also going to reveal one last tip at the end of the video that I've learned from running multiple Faceless YouTube channels. People usually pay thousands of dollars for this information by buying courses, so make sure you listen. To start off, we need an idea and a script. As for the idea, I would recommend starting off by relying on proven concepts, meaning you take inspiration from other videos on YouTube that are performing well. For this example, I'll go with the same idea as the reference video with 1 million views, which is 7 things you should do every morning. To generate the script, we'll use the best AI tool available right now, ChatGPT, preferably ChatGPT 4 if you want the best possible results. But it doesn't really matter, so just go ahead and open a new chat. I've created a perfect prompt that will give you a script tailored for the style of the Stoicism channels. As you can see, it's pretty long. What you need to do, however, is change this part here to insert your own topic that the video is going to be about, and the script will be written according to that. Now let's just send the prompt. Since I've already written my topic, as you can see, it generates the entire script with an ancient and wise tone, perfect for Stoicism channels. The best part is that this prompt also cites Stoic legends such as Marcus Aurelius, which makes the content a lot better. Keep in mind when creating your actual videos, try to make a script that has a length of around 1,500 to 1,600 words, as that will translate to 8 minutes. This is really important since the RPM, meaning the amount of money you get per 1,000 views, will increase by a lot for longer videos. Anyway, now that we've got the first draft of our script, it's time for the next step in my blueprint, generating the voice. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to leave a thumbs up and a comment so we can push the algorithm. It really helps me a lot. Now, instead of having to spend a lot of money on an actual voiceover artist, I found the best AI text-to-speech software that has a voice with the absolute perfect tone and sound. This would normally be super hard to find or cost you over $600 for 5,000 words, which is absolutely crazy. First, head over to a site called 11 Labs and sign up for a free account. Once you're in, go to the voice library. Here's where the fun begins. You can listen to samples of different voices to get a feel for how they sound. Take a moment to explore the options. There's one voice in particular that's perfect for what we're doing. It's called Marcus, and it's got this deep, authoritative tone that's ideal for videos like these. Let's check out a sample of it. Let us always meet each other with a smile. For the smile is the beginning of love. Pretty spot on, right? Now, normally you'd click Add to Voice Lab to use a voice, but I've already set this one up for you. So once you're in the voice lab, just hit use and it'll take you to another page where the magic happens. You don't really need to tweak any settings here, so all I'm going to do is paste my script in and click generate. It starts generating your voiceover in small snippets. So don't worry if it takes a little time to finish the whole thing. Once it's done, just hit the download button in the bottom right corner. Now here's a pro tip if you're serious about building a YouTube channel, create a folder for all your video assets. Inside that folder, have another one specifically for voiceovers. That way, you'll stay organized as you grow your channel. Now it's time to create the visuals for your video. I'm using Midjourney because it has this cool feature that lets me generate multiple images in the same style, but you can use other free tools too, like Canva or Adobe Firefly 2. It doesn't really matter which software you choose as long as you can create the images you need. I've already spent some time crafting a style sheet specifically for these types of videos, so I'll be sharing the Midjourney prompt. You can simply copy and paste it. If you're using something other than Midjourney, just make sure to remove the last part of the prompt that says style followed by some random numbers. Now paste the prompt into the Discord chat and make sure the server has the Midjourney bot added to it. You can press this little button here and it will regenerate the prompt. I'll do it to get a lot of different images, then just go to your Midjourney account on the web and download all the images and put them in the video folder. Now we're going to take everything we've done so far and put it all together step by step. This won't take long at all if you follow along with the method I'm about to show you. The easiest way to do this is by using Canva. It's very user-friendly, simple to figure out, and best of all, it's free. First, open Canva's website and click on Create, then select YouTube Gaming Video from the options. This will give you a blank canvas, just like what you see here. The first thing we need to do is add the pictures we created with AI to different slides. To do that, click on Uploads on the left side, and then upload your image files. Since I've already uploaded mine earlier, I'm going to choose them from my uploads and place each picture onto its own slide. Just click on a blank slide and then press on the picture to add it. Next, make sure to adjust how long each image stays on the screen. Choose a duration that fits your video, but for mine, I'll set each image to display for 10 seconds. After that, click on the first picture, select Animate, and then scroll down to add a zoom effect. I recommend using the same settings I'm using, and don't forget to click Apply to Arpeggio to keep everything consistent. If you want, you can experiment with adding some transitions between the slides, but keep them simple so that they don't distract the viewers. Once you've applied the effects to all your slides, we'll be ready to move on to the next step. First, you're going to want to open Canva and head over to the Elements tab, which is usually located on the left-hand side of the screen. Once you're there, you'll see a search bar. In that search bar, type in old film. After you hit enter, you should see a bunch of options related to old film effects. Now, there's this one specific old film element that I personally like to use in my videos because it gives a really cool vintage look. But don't feel like you have to use the exact one I do. Canva has a lot of different options, and at the end of the day, all these old film effects create a similar vibe. So feel free to explore and pick whichever one catches your eye. First, you're going to want to open Canva and head over to the Elements tab, which is usually located on the left-hand side of the screen. Once you're there, you'll see a search bar. In that search bar, type in old film. After you hit enter, you should see a bunch of options related to old film effects. Now, there's this one specific old film element that I personally like to use in my videos because it gives a really cool vintage look. But don't feel like you have to use the exact one I do. Canva has a lot of different options, and at the end of the day, all these old film effects create a similar vibe. So feel free to explore and pick whichever one catches your eye. Once you've selected the old film element that you like, the next step is to resize it. This is important because the element needs to fit perfectly over your canvas so that it covers the entire screen. If you don't do this, parts of your video might not have the effect, which could look a bit odd. So take your time resizing it to make sure it fits properly. After you've done that, go ahead and duplicate the element. You'll want to copy and paste it onto every single page or scene in your video. The reason for this is that we want the old film effect to be consistent throughout the entire video. We don't want just one scene to have that vintage look. We want every scene to have the same effect. So it's really important to apply it to all the pages or clips you're working with. Once that's sorted out, we can take a quick look at the video, play it through just to make sure everything is looking good up to this point. If everything looks smooth and the old film effect is working properly across all the scenes, you're ready for the next step, which is adding the voiceover. Adding a voiceover is really simple in Canva. First, you need to click on the Uploads button again, which you'll find on the left side, just like where you found Elements. Now, upload your voiceover file. Once it's uploaded, it'll appear in your media library. From there, all you have to do is click on the file, and Canva will automatically add it to your video as an audio track. Here's a little tip. After the voiceover is added, you'll probably want to adjust it slightly so that it doesn't start playing the second your video begins. Sometimes it's better to have a little pause or a brief moment of silence before the voiceover kicks in. It helps create a more natural flow. So click on the audio track and drag it a bit to the right. This will delay the start of the voiceover by a few seconds, making the timing feel smoother. For example, if your voiceover starts with something like, "In the quiet hours of the morning as the world stirs awake," you don't want that to play right away. You want to give your viewers a moment to absorb the visuals first before the voiceover begins. Without subtitles for these types of videos, you're done for, since the video doesn't consist of much video footage. We need to engage the viewer with text. Now, Canva doesn't seem to have any automatic subtitling, and correct me if I'm wrong, but luckily I found another AI tool that will do really accurate subtitles for free. It's called CapCut. You can upload your video into CapCut. Once the video is partially uploaded, go to the caption option on the left side and click Generate. This will automatically create subtitles for your video. Next, click the text button on the right side, change the font to serif, make any necessary adjustments, and your video will be ready. Please leave a comment with your thoughts and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Now, here's our final video. Let's take a look.
In the quiet hours of the morning as the world stirs awake, we find ourselves at the cusp of daily rebirth. It is in these moments that the wisdom of Stoicism can anchor us, not merely to endure the day, but to embrace it with fortitude and equanimity. Here, distilled from the teachings of ancient sages, are 7 practices to infuse your mornings with the profound simplicity of Stoic philosophy. Embrace the dawn with gratitude. Begin with a silent acknowledgement of the privilege to witness another day. As Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, counsels, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive.